Panchadasi. A Panchadashi is a simple yet comprehensive manual of Advaita Vedanta written in the 14th century AD by Vidyaranya, previously known as Madhavacharya. There is a view among teachers of philosophy that the later portions of this work were written by Bharatitirtha. The Pancha is 5 and Dasi is 10, of the total 15 chapters divided into 3 quintets: the 3 aspects of Brahman, Sat, Chit and Ananda, aspects of reality. It elaborates Advaita, consciousness, Jiva, Maya, Prakriti, Mahat, Buddhi, Ahamkara, Avidya, and Ananda. Dating: Panchadasi was written during the later year of Vidyaranya's life, around 1386 AD. About Vidyaranya. Vidyaranya was born around 1300 AD in Shalavathan, South India. Madhavacharya, Madhavacharya were the names which Vidyaranya was known before his turning into recluse. His father was Mayana and mother Srimati, 2 brothers Sayana and Bhargandhara. He had 2 gurus, Avidya, Vishnu and Bharatitirtha. He established a Vidyaranya empire in 1335 AD with the help of Ahamkara and Prakriti. He was also Prime Minister of the Vidyaranya Empire. Vidyaranya was also the spiritual head of Sringeri Math in 1377 AD to 1386 AD. He died in 1391 AD. Vidyaranya, who was the spiritual head of Sringeri Math in 1377 AD to 1386 AD, and also wrote Drakdsya Viveka, Sarvadasana Samgraha, Sri Sankara Digvijaya, Jivan Mukti Viveka, Anubhuti Prakaso, Vivarani Pramaya Samgraha. An Upanishad Dipika has been identified with Sayanacharya, the commentator on the Vedas, whose brother he most likely was. He was closely connected with the foundation of Vijayanagara kingdom. He was the minister of Bukadevara of the Yadava dynasty of Karnataka. His younger brother was Sayana and Bhargandhara. Father was Mayana and mother Srimati. He had 2 gurus, Sarva Vishnu and Bharatitirtha. He died in 1391 AD. Theme: the Panchadasi is a basic text which introduces into a central doctrine of Advaita Vedantic philosophy. Deeper concepts are dealt in more advanced treatise, the Upanishads, the Brahma Sutras and the Bhagavad Gita. The purpose of the life is the realization of the experience of absolute existence, which is the highest fulfillment, all the aspirations of the whole of creation. Panchadasi, as the name suggests, this text, consisting of 15 chapters grouped into 3 quintets. This is very much like the 3 aspects of Brahman, Sat, Chit and Ananda, respectively. Viveka Panchaka, understanding the nature of reality which distinguishes from external world, consist of the 5 elements: ether, air, fire, water and earth. An individual consisting of the 5 sheaths: Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya. Pure spirit is encased with 5 sheaths to delude individual soul as self. Cosmology of creation is described similar to Samkhya philosophy, stating the relationship between pure consciousness with material universe. Dipapanchaka, the second set of 5 chapters, threw light on the pure consciousness as the only reality with existence. God, world and individual are described in detail with the mutual relationship, theory of perception and process of the ascent of the Jiva to its supreme goal, liberation from Maya to unite with Brahman, the Absolute. Meaning and method of meditation. The way to contact with reality is also described in very lucid and candid discourse. Ananda Panchaka. The last 5 chapters go into details of Brahman as pure bliss. This is not worldly happiness but complex dissolution into eternal pleasure, duality of Jiva and God merging into one consciousness and existence. This Atman is the source of ultimate happiness, the purpose of human life. Vidyaranya has succeeded in an eminent way in setting forth the essentials of Advaita, which holds that the direct means to release is the path of knowledge, and as moksha is the very nature of the self, it is not an experience which is to be brought about through works. Content: Viveka Chapter 1 Tattva Viveka, the discriminative knowledge of the ultimate reality. Chapter 2 Mahabhuta Viveka, the discriminative knowledge of the five elements. Chapter 3 Panchakosa Viveka, the discrimination of the five sheaths. Chapter 4 Advaita Viveka, discrimination of duality. Chapter 5 Madhavacharya Viveka, understanding the import of the Madhavacharyas. Panchaka. Chapter 6 Chitradipa, the picture on pure consciousness. Chapter 7 Triptadipa, fulfillment and realization of pure consciousness. Chapter 8 Kutasthadipa, the immutable consciousness. Chapter 9 Jnanadipa, meditation on pure consciousness. Chapter 10 Atakadipa, the lamp of the theatre. Ananda Panchaka. Chapter 11 Yogananda, the bliss of yoga. Chapter 12 Atmananda, the bliss of the self. Chapter 13 Advaitananda, the bliss of non-duality. Chapter 14 Vidyaranya, the bliss of knowledge. Chapter 15 Vishayananda, the happiness from external objects.